All right, welcome back, everyone. You might ask, where are we? Well, this is a server that I play on. That's sort of a Slipgator fan server, if you want to call it that. It originally was a paint drown server, but that's no longer the case. We're just sort of a community got together on there, and now this is a different server. Still, as you can see, still sort of all fans of the Slipgator, even though he doesn't really play Minecraft anymore. He's much more into Ark, which is great because his channel's done fantastic. But we all still like Minecraft, so here we are. So anyway, I'm going to take you through our very ghetto Nether hub. Um, I kind of tried, and actually I've gone a little bit beyond where we were from last time, just in terms of how far we'd gotten along. But for the most part, we're pretty much where we are. We had played on this server. This is sort of season two, technically. We had a server that was pretty cool, actually, but that was obviously a 1.8 world. And wait, does it have my name on it now? No. Anyway, for whatever reason, I'm not on that sign. I'll have to add that later. But there's a bunch of people here. I'm going to take you over to my base, and at some point we'll show you the town and stuff like that. There's shops. It's kind of cool playing a community because, like for example, this bow, Power 5, Punch 2, Flame, and Breaking, Infinity, and Mending, was given to me by Dez. He's on now, Desmond, um, and it's just kind of nice because you can sort of say, "Hey, does anyone have slime?" And sure enough, all of a sudden, either you go get it or slime will just appear. But like I said, we're kind of where we were before. I've got the villager breeding system kind of working. Since the last time I recorded, there's been sort of a nice tutorial, again by Unary Bit, who is the villager messiah, I swear, on how to sort of collect these villagers and move them on. And we're trying to collect about 60 of these right now, and we've got, looks like 32-ish in there. And right now, these are all just kind of running and being collected here, and then we're going to transport these over to the Iron Titan. Um, Tango Tech's Iron Titan apparently still does work in 1.9 with just a little bit of a modification depending on how fast those poppies go through the Nether portal, which is frankly way above my head. But anyway, Sorcerer Nobody, or Sork as we call him around here, is busy working on the Titan. I have volunteered to be the villager breeder, and we need about, technically, I think we need 45 of these, but we wanted to get 60 in case of, death. So I haven't completely worked out how we're going to transport those over yet, but we will. And I've captured a couple of villagers have glitched out, and this one's particularly useful just because his trades are really good for emeralds. And then there's another member of the server named Eco, and his base is quite a bit further out, but he's got a guy that has mending books for 28 emeralds. So I've been able to put mending on my fortune pickaxe, mending on my silk touch pickaxe, mending on my sword. Mending on the bow was a gift, and the other two, these don't have mending yet. I have silk touch on the shovel just because that's how it came. And I don't have really any enchantments on my armor just yet. I just recently got the diamond armor. We've got, you may have noticed, I got a zombie spawner. Literally, the spawner is right, I think it's right there. So, yeah, literally right there. So I was able to, I actually, when I first joined the server, I came over here. I like this area just because, I can build up on the hill. I got this valley for all my machines and stuff. Um, but I was getting wrecked by these zombies who kept coming through this cave. But I was able to turn it into a spawner. Although I did screw up just a little bit. I'll show you. Come down here to the spawner room. And unfortunately, if you stand here, you're not actually in range. You have to stand here. If you stand here, you are in range. But this is really cool. I love the mending because literally this never goes away. And I just got crap in here. But anyway, so that's the zombie spawner. Let's see if anyone's interested in sleeping. Uh, Sorry about the rain. Can't really turn that off. We can try and sleep. Sometimes it goes away. The sleep mechanic is weird. We have it set on the server where one person sleeps, and that will change things today. But you'll notice here, it's gonna do this kind of weird thing where you sit there for like a while, and while it's raining, it's really hard to tell. But once it lightens up, you're literally at dawn. It's not like morning like it normally is. So there we go. Now we're at dawn. You can see it's dawn over there, and that's as far as it'll go. You can stay in bed, and it'll just sit there. We've got our sugarcane farm. There's I believe the server is still running 1.9.1 instead of 1.9.2. Waiting for Forge to update, is my understanding. Um, these ghosts block out and are quite annoying. So these are just a very simple sugarcane farm running on a hopper timer. Sugarcane farm running on a hopper. Good lord. Running on a hopper timer into all these repeaters, and basically this just goes back and forth and back and forth. It's not the most efficient or lossless, but it does work. I had it set up where I had it like basically a trigger where once this redstone signal got sent, it would pop out and then pop back off. Just like I forget what the gate is called and whatever, but basically it worked. It should work just fine, but it ghost blocked it like crazy, and it would fire like 8 times. It was just ridiculous. So I just made it this simple: on, off, on, off, and it's long enough. I think I have 60. I have two sets of 64 items in there, and that's long enough. And it clocks back and forth. This is the Etho Hopper timer. I'm sure y'all have all seen before at some point or another. So basically, this comparator senses how many items are in this block, and once this is to 0, this comparator will turn off, and then it just moves. And then the redstone block itself is the redstone signal that goes on and off. So anyway, very cool, efficient design, works great, and it's totally scalable. So you can have that based on the number of items. On this server, I'm kind of known for wearing the chainmail, and with that zombie spawner, I'm slowly getting the pieces I need. I don't have them just yet. I just need the helmet, and then I'll be good to go. Get some pork chops. Um, on the server, we get all these weird horses all the time. That's my banner. So yeah, that's where we are. The only thing I have left to show you, kind of from where we were before, is let's get rid of this cow. Nicely done. Obviously, just a very simple cactus farm. Since I don't need that many cactus, I've already got more than I'll need, so I just leave it like that. That's fine. And then this is, by the calculations, this is supposed to be a slime chunk down here. And I've started clearing this out, but it's not generating any slimes just yet. And I don't know if we run something called Spigot, mainly because the whole allows us to do something called core protection, where we sort of certain things are protected, and you can't have people messing with spawn chunks and things like that. So that's cool, but it does some weird things with spawn rates and things like that. So anyway, so I have not seen a slime in here yet, so I've been reluctant to do much more on this, um, mainly because I don't want to dig all the way to bedrock. We are at, well, I took a picture, that's fabulous. Let's see, we are at y equals 32 at this point. Slimes are supposed to spawn below 39, or 39 and below rather, or below 40, however you want to say that. Same difference. And I have yet to see a slime. So I don't know if this is really a slime chunk. According to the little app, it is, but again, I've yet to see a slime, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't needed a ton yet. I haven't made a whole lot of sticky pistons, but at the same time, slimes are great to have for slime box and things like that. But anyway, that is what it is. So we got 3 baby village. Those are still breeding. That's good. And what I want to see is if because the last when I logged on today, this villager that I have trapped over here, he was glitched out, and did he jump or something? Is there oh, here's one right now. Perfect timing. So let's see what he does. Here he comes. He's grown up. He's swimming. He's swimming. He's swimming. And he falls. He jumps. He jumps. He jumps. He jumps. He jumps. He jumps. Because they land on a slime block so they don't get hurt. Okay, well that was fine. Okay. Say hi to corn fire here. All right, so that's good. So that does seem to be working, and they seem to be breeding. So we're trying to get that up to 60. Jade and Sorcerer Nobody are the guys, or the Magic Jade. Uh, she's the basically server administrator. She's the one working on this. Oh, look at that. It didn't go where it's supposed to go. That's okay. But the other one's working on the Titan. Therefore, um, that's why I volunteered to do at least the villager portion of this. And then once we get that project done, then I'll set up the more my villager trading hall. Like I said, uh, there's another guy that has one up and running, but unfortunately, it is really far even in the Nether hub that I just showed you. What was that seed? Why was there a seed there? Weird. All right. So anyway, I just harvested all that to get some more emeralds because it was 28 emeralds for that mending enchant. So this is where we are, guys. I don't have a massive project in mind right now. Like I said, I'm really just waiting for these villagers to breed. And you know what I might do? Because it'd be pretty easy to set up what I want to set up, I think. I might build the villager pickup system in the minecarts right here-ish and kind of go from there. So I might work on that. Nah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to right this second. Uh, I think that's going to be a weekend project. And ooh, let's see if I can't get. I need to get a looting book, and I think I need kind of about 20 emeralds to do that. There's a looting book over at that other villager area. Of note, though, my villagers are 100% recycled. In that the first two villagers I made and put in the little chamber here were actually healed from my zombie. So for those that don't know, you can hit them with a splash potion of weakness, and then you feed them a golden apple, and that heals them. The only trick in doing that, and actually this is where the me having made an error here was not bad. What I had to do is I would punch the non-villager zombies and then block this off, and then you don't even have a helmet. Ugh. So anyway, then I'd block this off, and then I'd heal him in there. And then once he was healed, then I put him down here. And then once I had like four is what I ended up using, and then unfortunately two of them didn't make it, air quotes, didn't make it, air quotes, and therefore got um, well killed. They got well killed. Okay, so he just fell. See, you can tell because he is jumping. Let's see how many of these suckers we got. So now we got 35. That is not bad. Eh, I'll tell them that later. I really want to just be done. Okay, so you know what I need to do is I need to feed. Yeah, I need to feed these guys. So what I'm going to do, I just need one potato. No, I don't need seeds. I don't, wait. Here we go. One potato, one carrot, and a seed. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to feed these guys because unfortunately for the breeding, they need to be fed, and they definitely work better when they've been fed. So we'll head over to the nano farm and feed these guys, and then we'll call it a day. And so that's sort of just the transition I've made over to the server. We're going to be mostly playing from here. May return over to the single player world at some point. But honestly, it's a lot more fun to play in a server. Those of y'all that have, it's just kind of nice to have community and stuff like that. Sometimes we speak on TeamSpeak. Uh, I know a couple of these guys do record from here. Sorcerer Nobody is probably the most active. And that's his house right here, actually. And anyway, at some point we had talked about maybe doing some sort of collab. Not sure what we would do, but probably some of the Titan building and moving the villagers might be kind of fun to mess around with, just because that'll be a bit of a pain. I mean, the way I see it, personally, I see making either just a really long water stream situation, um, which might be a little bit tough because spawn chunks are like, let's see, if I think they're off that way. I don't know, but I think we could do it. And the water streams has the thing because we could just travel with them and then get them exactly in their location once we got over there. Versus if we put them on rails, they have the potential for despawning or at least getting out of range and us kind of losing them. I had that problem a little bit whenever I got the um, um, whenever I was healing them. If I got too far out away, kind of, there we go. And once you get going, this thing rocks. It's a little loud, for sure. All right. But you just get so many of these things. Yeah, it's a little tiny bit buggy in 1.9 versus 1.8, but now you can see that I'm just, if you hear that noise and you see the green, you are doing great. So there we go. I mean, that's 3 stacks. Yeah, there you go. Oh, not yet. Not yet. There we go. Not yet. There we go. There we go. And you can hear you can just see the potatoes coming in. So that's enough potatoes. Got the one rotten one. Let's do carrots now. There we go. And you just sit here and hold it, and you just get tons. Tons and tons and tons. Nope, that stopped. So then we go back. So that's just doing 1-to-1 right this second. There we go. There we go. And seeds actually work even better. Let's take that out of there. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. There we go. Like I said, it's just a little bit glitchy, but still the fastest way to get this stuff. There we go. Now, the nice thing to do is we're going to replace all this. Yeah, see, the back got all used up. All right, so we're going to go back and we're going to feed our villagers, and that'll be the end of our episode. And then after the episode, I'm going to replace those bones because that's easy to do. So, and this gave us a chance to see some of the other people on our service. I got to be honest with you, I can't remember. I think Gubaru is building that, and I forget who's building the big tower. I don't spend a whole lot of time over here in the spawn chunk, or this is our spawn town. It's not really the spawn chunks per se. So I'm not familiar. I don't like to build like right near everyone. But I'm not that far away actually. I'm just over that direction, sort of over two hills, and that's where I'm at. So we come in here. Plagued with zombie pigmen. Goodness. Nope. That was over lava. Oh well. It's worth a try. Worth a try. So did any more glitch out? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's good. Here we go. Then we come here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Good. They're throwing the food. I'll just give it all to them. I can always go back and... What you want to make sure is that there's not any in the puddle, which I don't see any, so that's good. But now these should be breeding like crazy. They're throwing food. That's a good thing. Hearts. Hearts are good. Let's see if we can find a baby. That'll be a nice way to end things. Lots of hearts. Come on now. There's one. There's a little baby. Little baby blacksmith or weaponsmith. I can't tell. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Again, if you like what you're seeing, please don't forget to leave a like or subscribe. Haven't had tons and tons of comments. I do appreciate Sorcerer Nobody making some comments. Did have a little bit of a critique that I'm totally incomprehensible. Certainly work on my content and try to make it so people can at least understand what I'm doing. Hopefully this is a little bit better. I did record this all in one take, so it might be a little bit boring. I apologize if that's the case. But anyway, again, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Or hopefully we'll be working on this villager pickup system and kind of have things ready to go for the Titan. All right, y'all have a good day.